Efraim Inbar into this conversation. Efraim Inbar, I hope you can hear me. Thank you, sir, for joining us. I hope you can hear me, sir.
Well,
Right.
clear.
So the situation is far from serious now. It's quite grim. Iran has attacked Israel. The world feels that it's beyond escalation now, and a full-scale war is going to erupt, not only between Iran and Israel, but respective allies of both these countries as well. What do you think got us to this point?
I think the answer is simple. Hatred of the Jews in the state of Israel. They simply are not willing to accept a Jewish state in this area, according to their radical Islamic ideology. And this is the reason for having a war.
Would you say that what happened on 7th October last year, sir, was a big catalyst towards showcasing that hatred? And Iran, by launching this attack yesterday, has only compounded the situation and confirmed what you just said, which is the collective hatred of Jews, anti-Semitism.
Iran is the main source of instability in the Middle East. Iran has hegemonial dreams in this area. It ruled over these areas for centuries, the Persian Empire. And on top of that, since 1979, there is an Islamic radical regime in Tehran that wants to destroy the Jewish state, and they say it openly. There is also a strategic reason. It is only Israel that can stop them from realizing their imperial dreams. They see that the United States is retreating from the region, and it's only Israel that has the power to limit the Iranian encroachment into the Middle East. So for them, we are a religious anathema and a strategic opponent which have to get rid of.
So what do you think the people of Israel feel about this escalation? Obviously, everybody wants peace. Everybody wants to thrive and live peacefully in their respective country and their backyard. What's the situation and the support on ground for Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu? A lot of people are saying that he's escalating this for personal reasons. He could go to jail. This is something that I'm quoting from what we have seen in the media.
I think that most Israelis do understand that only an escalation in the war activities can end the war of attrition that Hezbollah and Iran is conducting against Israel. There is simply no other way. There were many diplomatic attempts led by the United States, by France, but they were totally inconclusive. Therefore, we have no choice. Israel has no choice but to escalate the situation in order to allow the 90,000 Israeli displaced in the north to return safely to their homes. So most of Israelis definitely support the government in expanding the conflict into Lebanon.
So, do you think that a two-state solution has been proposed in the past as well? It was done when Yasser Arafat was around. Bill Clinton had him in a room where he almost convinced him to go for the two-state solution. But he eventually did not, if memory serves me right. And that once again showcased that this is not about having a separate land. It is yet again about the intolerance towards anything which is not Islam.
The main problem is not where the border lies between a Jewish state and the Palestinian state. The problem is the mere idea of having a border. They are not willing to accept a Jewish state. Moreover, so far the Palestinians have failed to demonstrate their ability to establish a state is measured by monopoly over use of force. In the states, there are no private militias. However, in the Palestinian Authority, there are militias. Hamas, one of them, took over part of the Palestinian territories in Gaza. And not even in Gaza, there was a monopoly over use of force. There was Hamas, Islamic Jihad, and clans whose weapons. And I think the political trajectory of the Palestinian entity is similar to what is happening in Syria, in Iraq, in Lebanon, in Yemen, in Libya, basically a civil war. Therefore, I don't think that we look forward in having next to us a political entity which might be ruled as a result of a civil war by Hamas, a radical Islamic organization that its main goal is to destroy the Jewish state.
So there are a lot of civilian casualties also being reported in Gaza at this point in time. Do you believe the numbers that are being put out? About the number of casualties, about 15,000 children dead in Gaza, 30,000 civilians dead in Gaza. Do you believe these numbers, or do you think this is propaganda to wage this war?
Greatly exaggerated. They are produced by the Hamas Ministry of Health, and actually all experts are testifying that the Israeli war in Gaza produced very little collateral damage. If the Hamas organization lost about 20,000 people and the rest are civilians, this is incomparably low to similar campaigns that were conducted by the Americans in Iraq or elsewhere. So Israel made every effort to reduce collateral damage. And it did so not because of fear of international pressure or criticism. We decided to take such measures as telling the civilian population to leave the area where we conduct operations, losing the element of surprise, which would be helpful in war, and we do it primarily because we want to look next morning into the mirror and to feel good about it.
All right, sir. Sir, appreciate you taking out the time and speaking with NewsX. Thank you so much.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.